What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Complete Tech Crew. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing and review and taking a look and testing out this Milwaukee PACKOUT 2.5 gallon wet dry vac. It's sporting a part number of 0970-20. To my knowledge and up until this point, I think this item came out roughly 2 years ago, or at least that was the launch or release for it. And then it started trickling into the stores and online and many different retailers aside from Home Depot months or weeks thereafter. Pretty great vac. I bought it, one of them, as soon as it came out. This is my second one that I want to open up because I do need to utilize it. So what better time to do a review for you guys. I'm gonna try my best not to ramble on so much. And when I get it out, I'll explain to you some of the pros and cons that it has, some of the build quality issues that it has that I personally don't like. And I'm basing that off a comparison to the previous M18 version. That's the non-brushless, non-fuel one that we all know about. That great classic piece of just wonderful machinery that will continue to just almost get more powerful over time. So let me stop ranting and raving, about the previous tool, because this video is not about that. So this item includes the wet dry vac itself, a flexible hose, a HEPA filter, utility nozzle, crevice tool, and a vacuum power tool adapter. So let's go ahead and look at some of the specs on the back. It's claiming up to 60% more suction as compared to competitors. And of course they got a 20-volt competitor and then the corded competitor. Then it says unmatched mobility, less downtime, of course, because it's PACKOUT. So it has a lot of versatility and mobility options. And then it says up to 2 times quieter. And then it's comparing that to the corded competitor. And of course that's natural because the motor sizes are different. So that's it. And of course you got your power state brushless motor and your Red Link Plus intelligence. So it has that chipset or that intelligence built within it to communicate and interact with the battery. So without further ado, guys, let's bust this box open and see what we got inside. Again, guys, great vac. And I'll just try to highlight some of my concerns and some of the things I just wasn't so pleased about this particular vac. Again, great vac, great tool. But it just, it didn't fall short or anything like that for me, but just the build quality. Maybe I was expecting something different. I was expecting this to be built just as tough and as durable and bulletproof as its other PACKOUT counterparts and siblings like the PACKOUT Drawer or the PACKOUT Deep Organizer, or even this newly released PACKOUT Tool Chest. So if we look right here, these shackles right here, they're like built totally different. It doesn't feel like a PACKOUT buckle or a shackle at all. It just feels like something much cheaper from a different brand. Then if we talk about the handle here on the top, it just, it's just this plastic does not feel like the Israel produced or Israel manufactured plastic like you get with all the other PACKOUT items. And I know that this is not made in Israel because it says right on the back it is Milwaukee tool, Brookfield, Wisconsin, USA, professionally made and made by Milwaukee Tool and USA with global materials. So I don't always harp on where it's made or even how it's made. I happen to know where the Milwaukee PACKOUT stuff is made because it always says it on that actual SKU sticker on the back of it. When it's sold at Home Depot or any other retailer, it's just so obvious. It says made in Israel. So they have definitely knocked it out the park with that PACKOUT product and the materials and the plastic used. So whatever their formula is and their composition is, I hope they never change it. Props to you on that one, Milwaukee. But this one, even the cleats in the bottom of this just feel totally different. So my gripe, guys, before we get into it, so we can just get all my complaining out the way, is just the seam here. I mean, it's just like, it's together here, well, it's seated well and affixed well here, then it just widens out here. Then it dives back in, and it's just like, it's kind of like elementary, and it's kind of sad that you spend $200 on something like this and expect great quality and from Milwaukee's reputation, and you get this kind of product. These hasps, if you're not careful, I do believe that my newborn son can come over here and like rip this off. It's kind of that chintzy. So if you guys are interested in buying this and you do, or you already have purchased it, be careful because there's several fail points as far as mobility and moving this particular product around. So be cognizant of that. And again, I'm not knocking this because the suction, the power, the versatility, and the feasibility with this item is unmatched. You just have to be careful with some of the fail points on here, i.e. these hasps right here, you know, being careful with this. This, if you accidentally leave this open and you bump this or rest something on it, or this falls over, it is definitely cracking and popping out, 100% guaranteed. And I don't know if this was manufactured in a rush or something they felt they had to get out immediately because demand, comments, or a customer or client feedback from us to Milwaukee. But a lot of these fail points to me is kind of unacceptable. Great machine, great tool for what it's used for. It's just, it's the way it's housed and the materials used to house it, and the fail points to me is kind of unacceptable. But again, if you take care of your tools and primarily, you know, you're the only one using it, I think this will last and it will be worthwhile. But this is definitely not a tool to be passing around the job site, handing to your apprentice so he can leave it and drop it down the ladder, or leave it in the ceiling, or you know, if you guys happen to be taking care of some water issues or something like that, actually letting the water sit in it and then tipping it over, and then all this, you know, it's a million things that can go wrong, a million scenarios. I can go on and on. But guys, be cognizant of that. And then my last gripe before we move forward is back here, and I know you can't see this, but I'll try to get some up close footage. It's just the seam from the bucket or the dust collection basin to the actual vac itself. It goes from a nice seam or kind of nice here to wide open again, and it's just all around it. It's just some stuff I felt like they didn't pay attention at all to detail. It's kind of like a rush product. And then if you go down here, the basin itself is like super flexible. It's like a cheaper, much cheaper plastic. And then let's not get to talking about these right here. It is just absolutely just extremely like flexible and cheap plastic feeling. It reminds me of those cheap like $5 buckets for storage, those storage totes, those clear plastic storage totes that you can get in from Walmart or Target or something to that effect. It's kind of sad. So guys, just please take care of your tools. Make sure if you're going to be buying a $200 vacuum that you are the one using it. I always preach and promote and honestly truly believe in good energy, positivity, and being optimistic at all times. So that's how I approach all things, and that's how I even approach this tool. I try to look at the bright side of everything and not the cons. But to me, I do feel like it's my responsibility, since I have used it and I have and this is my second one, to share this with you guys. If you're in the market for this or already have it and wondering, you know, why it's like this, is yours the only one, or you may not experience this at all. This might just be me. I may have purchased a bad batch. I don't know how, because I bought them several months apart, but it could be, you know, you never know. So enough with that. I just want to show you why I'm saying that, because I have Old Faithful here, and these are the ones that I have several of, but this is just so solid. You have a perfect seam from the ducts collection or the container to the actual the motor house and the actual vac itself. So there's just no comparison. And this particular one was made in Vietnam, and they did a knockout job. The plastics on this, even this here, I mean, it's just such a solid feel. It doesn't have that jelly, malleable, flexible feel like this does. You know, so, and you guys got to be careful. Perfect example right there on how you seat this. That seam right there, you almost got to like double check and make sure you're seated properly every time. And you still got the gap and stuff right there. So just stay cognizant of it. This is definitely a tool that stays on my cart, or however my setup is, whether it's my rolling PACKOUT setup, or it's my drawers with the actual PACKOUT dolly, the little 4-wheel little cart. Any little variation to setup, I make sure I just keep it affixed to that. And when I do need it, I make sure I'm the one grabbing it, because I don't want anything to happen. I'm sorry for wasting so much time on that. I'm trying to get better about that. So let's take a look in the inside. Of course, you got your HEPA filter attached. It's the same exact one as before, which I love Milwaukee for doing that. It makes it so easy on us to go ahead and get parts and pieces for this particular baby right here. So again, let's make sure we seat it well. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the inside and show you guys that. Basically what that looks like. Right there. So we got our adapter, power tool adapter, utility tool, and our crevice tool. And this is also the compartment where our battery will be seated, and that's how we install our battery. So this is a fuel tool, so you can slap some high output HO batteries in there for, you know, to your heart's desire. And again, guys, check that seat. I'm glad this is actually happening so you can see Always check me, make sure it's something you got to pay attention to. It's not like the previous one where you just smack it on there and go. Let's go ahead and slap a battery in for testing purposes. We're gonna be testing a 5.0 battery. This is the 18650 cell, and then we're gonna be testing an HO battery, fully charged. So let's go ahead and go for this one, and just hear the difference, because this vac is unique as compared to previous vacs from Milwaukee, M18 vacs from Milwaukee. The fuel vacs, whether it's M12 or it's M18, actually have two modes: low, high, and then of course the power on and off. So let's go ahead and bring our hose around, and we're just gonna take a quick listen, guys. So let's start it off on low. And then we'll go to high. Without a doubt, guys, it has a great feel to it. It's not too obnoxiously loud. I mean, it is a vacuum, so a vacuum is going to be a vacuum. Again, great feel, great suction. The suction reminds me a lot of the previous M18 version, so that's always a plus. I do really enjoy that the way they designed the hose compartment, so you don't have to continue to open this up when you want to just pull off and go. You can just pull this right out. I think that's great. And then another great thing that they did with this redesign is adding the outlet and the inlet on the outside of the actual vac. So as opposed to the previous version where the inlet was inside, you had to open it up and move it around. And it was really difficult because dirt and grime would get caught in there, and you would have to kind of finesse it out and kind of vacuum all that out before you were able to insert the hose again. So of course you got your outlet here, your blower, and your inlet here. So again, great feature. Good job on that part, Milwaukee. Fantastic on that redesign. So let's try to suck up some little common stuff that you may see out on the site. I got some 3/8 bolts, some 1/4 inch bolts, 3/8 nuts, excuse me, some 3/8 couplers. Some of this stuff might not go up, but some ground bolts, things like that. So let's give it a try on low with the 5.0 battery. Yeah. Take it up to high. Feel like we're gonna have a traffic jam there. Okay, so let's try it out and see what the difference is with this HO 3.0, which is a common battery I use. Not so much for weight, just because I just love this battery. So much power and so much response out of this battery, and it's just so convenient to have, and it's a cheaper battery too. And oftentimes, more than not, you can find good promotions or good sale prices on 2 packs of those batteries. And again, that's the HO 3.0, not the standard 18650 cell 3.0, which I'm not a fan of at all, of that battery. All right, so let's try this HO down on high. Or low, excuse me. Let's take it up to high. And the fact that I don't hear it collected into the basin or hear it like drop into the basin like a coin machine lets me know that we may have us a traffic jam in there. So it's just simple to go in here, stretch the hose out, and that's what I love about this particular vac. And clear it out. And oftentimes, if you don't think you have it out, like if you have like shards or little pieces of wire, if you were in punching down some Cat 6 or Cat 7 or something like that, those get stuck in these hoses real bad. Just stretch them out. Sometimes take a back of a broomstick or anything that you have available. Stick it in the hose and you'll get it right out. So let's go for that again and try again on high with the 3.0. There we go. So yeah, it just seems like it's not doing too well on those certain types of boats and stuff. So it looks like we got us another traffic jam. And again, it's just as simple as opening it up, clearing it out, and it usually comes out the front, just like that. Again, guys, great fact. This hose has always been so durable, and I've always been impressed with it. There are other competitors out there that I'm not trying to knock. You guys probably know which one I'm talking about, the orange and black one. That hose has gotten 10 times better, because in previous years and not so long ago, that particular hose was garbage. As soon as you bent it, especially if you took it out from extreme cold back into the heat and didn't give it a chance to acclimate, or you just stayed in the cold and bent it like this, you were going to have a split or some type of fracture or crack in there, and it never fared well. And every person I know, or every guy I know who had that vac, had duct tape or some type of 10 mil tape on there, or electrical tape, just to seal up that vac hose to keep the pressure constant and powerful. So you guys, great vac. I know this test didn't mean much for you because I didn't have it zoomed, but just kind of show you this type of stuff it can pick up, and trying to show you how to troubleshoot your problems. It's very simple just to take this loose. You just switch it, you just toggle it from the little unlock symbol to the lock symbol, and you're good to go. And clearing it, it's always best to raise it up this way to prevent from restricting that airflow. Great vac, you guys. I really do like it. It's just you guys got to kind of be cognizant of some of the fail points on it and the plastic and the material is made of. Don't buy this expecting it to be as durable or as well built as the some of its counterparts. Those are built very well. I know they're built in a different location with different plastics and different composition of material. And I was hoping that this would be too. And you know, my biggest gripe is just the seam and seating it, and you know, these buckles and these latches. Just not the greatest fan of that. But you know, got to roll with the punches and kind of be happy that we got another powerful vac with some pretty great options. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Again, I'm already up to 500 plus subscribers as of today. I'm very excited about that. I always say I know that people will like, you know, kind of laugh or like, what is that? You know, and I know to a lot of people that means nothing. To me, it means a lot, because that means quite a handful of people are checking in with me. A lot of people are rocking with me, and that's encouraging, and it makes me want to keep going and get you guys great content. I'm going to keep pushing until I'm exhausted, and even then, I'm going to get much better and continue to try to grow and show you guys different sides of what I do. I'm trying to get into that kind of stuff, get more footage and shots, and trying to actually vlog, while I'm in the field for you guys. So continue to stick with me. I've been looking at the analytics, learning a lot more on the YT Studio, and I'm not reaching a lot of you guys as far as subscribing. I have about 7 or 8% subscribed. So that means around 92 to 93% are not subscribed. So that would be great if the people that were watching, I got one video at roughly 10.5K right now views. Imagine if 10.5K people watched it, that those ones actually subscribed. That would definitely throw me up in the algorithm so I can get more content out to the masses and you guys yourselves. So thank you so much for rocking with me. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe on YouTube, like, comment, and share. And also on Instagram, it's spelled Complete Tech Crew with a K, just the same. I'm working on merch, working on a logo right now, and I'm gonna get some stuff out to you guys, especially the ones that's been rocking with me from the beginning, leaving comments, sharing, and always been checking with me. Thank you guys so much. Be blessed. Stay positive. Always have a optimistic outlook and disposition, and put it out there in the universe what you want. You put that good energy out there and you speak it into existence, it will come. No room for negativity in this life we live. It's too short. Thank you so much, guys. Be blessed. Blessed.